St. Louis Ambush Soccer right here on MASL TV, the Big 550 KTRS. Joey Santaboni, Matt Rocchio out here playing the vocal cord ukuleles for you. What a game we have in front of us. The Ambush, the Florida Tropics, Ambush hot, 2 wins in a row. Florida coming off a narrow win last night up in Milwaukee. Long trip for them. I think it might be the optimal time to see one of the best teams in the league here this afternoon.
Yeah, always tough to see the best scoring team in the league, but this defense has been playing better lately. New scorers, new players have come on for this offense, and it's a good time right now for the Ambush.
Ambush in a tight battle for one of those final wild card positions. Right now the team sits in 7. Down the stretch of this season, who are we going to have to catch up to? Who are we going to have to fend off?
They're going to watch out for Chihuahua. They have a point up right now from that 8th spot, but Chihuahua has 4 games in hand. They're 2 points up on Milwaukee right now, who's in that 9th spot, and Dallas is pulling away a little bit in that 6th spot, so a win tonight would be big in securing that 7th spot for the wild card.
And a player who's been big for the St. Louis Ambush, you got to talk about Robbie Christo, the St. Louis U Hall of Famer. A couple of the prettiest goals of the Ambush season on Friday. Holy moly, what a difference this guy makes.
Yeah, he's been dominating as of late. He's gone from about a point per game player to a 2 point per game player. If he can continue that jump in scoring, he's going to be important for this Ambush squad.
St. Louis Ambush Soccer against the Florida Tropics coming up right after this on MASL TV and the Big 550 KTRS.
Help members access their money anytime, anywhere.
You're telling me that my Together Credit Union checking account has no minimums or monthly fees? And I can get cash for the game with Gary at pretty much any ATM?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Go team!
At Raising Cane's, we focus on getting it right every time. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Now hiring awesome crew. Apply at workatcanes.com.
The doctors of Signature Orthopedics are committed to providing the most advanced and innovative diagnostic, treatment, and if needed, surgical options available in the entire St. Louis region. With 22 orthopedic surgeons and pain management specialists, board certified in every aspect of orthopedic care, including sports medicine, we have you covered. From foot, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and spine. Contact Signature Orthopedics today.
Daniel's experience with Kickaroos is he loves putting on the jersey every Saturday. He comes out, enjoys being part of the team, playing around with the ball, learning the game from his coaches, and skills that can last him a lifetime.
You know, this is what young kids sports should be like. It should be fun, it should be engaging, it should be positive. And my son Henry, when I tell him today is Thursday, he's like, is tomorrow soccer day? It's like, no, tomorrow's Friday, and then Saturday is soccer day. For a 4-year-old to have that sort of desire to keep doing an activity, it says a lot about the program. I feel like every coach that we've interacted with, they truly enjoy working with the kids. So at the end of the practice, I make it a mission of mine to say thank you and say, hey, how is my kid doing? And they're all like, oh, he's having so much fun, and we love having him, and so it's clear that everybody involved really enjoys kids.
I love soccer so much, and just being a part of the game, being able to coach kids, and like being able to influence them like at such a young age in this great sport, it's really something.
The official match ball of the MASL is designed and produced by Flight. Expertly designed for the indoor game, Flight is the premier partner of choice. Flight, challenge everything. Chill.com is the official CBD brand of the MASL, helping our athletes reach their maximum potential by promoting proper, expedited recovery. Welcome to Club Chill. St. Louis Ambush Soccer, right here on MASL TV, the Big 550 KTRS. It's time to kick the tires and light the fires. Ambush and the Florida Tropics out here at the Family Arena in St. Charles. A great afternoon for a little soccer, and our officials for today's match are brought to us by our good friends at Capelli. Capelli is the official uniform sponsor of the MASL game officials. Today's officials are Ron Corey Sr., Grant Florence, Matthew Stein, and Joseph Hayden. Ambush in the teal, Florida in the orange. Golden Mo about to tap it in the center circle. And I'll tell you what, he was a little bit quiet in that last one against Milwaukee. I'm thinking Mo is going to have his best game of the season here this afternoon.
He's going to have to, because it's either that or dye the hair a different color on Monday.
A lot on the line as he taps it back to Vadim Kochikov outside to JT Thomas. William SK controls here at midfield. Back to Vadim. He scored twice to help engineer that turnaround in the third against Milwaukee. They feed him up top. Vadim, a quick shot. Turned back by the defense. Now a sliding stop by Heiner House. He got it back toward Mo. His shot blocked as well. Ambush with a quick flurry and able to deposit back with Christian Briggs, who sends it to Tito Favela all the way back in the Ambush box. Ambush coming out punching.
Carvalho is doing an incredible job on defense already, making his impact known. You're going to see number 11 a lot today. And right there, blocked a shot when the goalie got out of position. A little bit of great play right there by number 11 for the Tropics.
Chad Vandergrift takes away a long pass in the back, now launches one himself. Headed into the offensive end for Florida. Kyle Williams finds a friend, and it's an early goal for the Tropics. Alan Carr Jr., the 6'1 midfielder, able to go with the left foot after a nice bit of passing there from Kyle Williams. 1-0 Florida with 58 seconds gone by.
Alan Carr Jr. has been huge for this team from the get-go since he got here. That's just his third game played, already making a big impact in on this game. Kyle Williams, he's going to be doing those kind of passes all game, and great job advancing the ball. Tito Favela in goal today for the Ambush is kind of left out to dry on that. That was the goal by, Alan Carr, just so brand new to this team, essentially, already making a huge impact.
And Clay Roberts was singing his praises in the pregame, said he would have to be huge. Obviously, this Florida team's a little bit shorthanded. They're dealing with some injuries. Ambush dealing with some injuries. Who's going to step up? And right now, the Tropics have gotten a goal from Alan Carr Jr. to make this 1-0. Ambush trying to respond with Duduka in the near side corner. He will ease it back through Jeff Michaud, our guest, during today's pregame show on the Big 550 KTRS. Jeff is from West Palm Beach, Florida originally. Will Niamsi feeding outside to Lucas Almeida.
And we didn't think we'd get such a great example of this. We were going to talk about this at multiple points in the broadcast. But you lose somebody if you're the Tropics like Bruno Enrique, and then you just keep loading up. You have Dieguez coming in, who's who's an inaugural original Tropic. He comes back in a trade, and then you have a guy like Junior Alenkar who comes in and is immediately making an impact. You have bad injuries. That next up mentality is really working for what is already the best scoring offense in the league.
Wild shot by Robbie Cristo gives the Florida Tropics a chance for a restart. Ambush trailing by 1, 2 minutes gone by here in the first. Tito Favela, who picked up the W last weekend against the Dallas Sidekicks in shootout fashion on his 22nd birthday between the pipes for the Ambush. He receives in the back here on a takeaway by the Ambush defense. On the other end, it's Heiner House, who was at the Family Arena during the preseason at the Central Cup as a member of the Omaha Kings. Ambush trying to put some pressure on him with Otto Jahic. Swirling it back through Nico Caritas. His shot blocked by an intrepid Yoshio Sandoval. Ambush able to recover and go back through Tito. Jahic missed the last contest, a 9-8 win over Milwaukee for St. Louis. Feeding one long for Vadim Kochikov. Couldn't handle it at the top of the box. Briggs backing up. Fed to Cristo, but poked away by the Tropics defense and bounced out of play. Jahic makes a huge difference for this team. He was dealing with a little illness throughout the week, able to get back to a little training and get back out there today. I think the distribution and the ball control really improves with him on the field.
I also think the pace really improves with him on the field. That's one of the biggest things for me. He gives them an offensive option with his pace and his speed up the wing that they really don't have in a lot of other players.
Vadim cutting through, gets a pass from Mo out of the far corner, ends up on his derriere, and we've got our first foul here at 12:01 remaining in the first.
William SK is a great example of somebody who brings this team a lot of speed up the middle, but that outside speed is something they do not have in spades in this roster. So Otto Jahic brings them that, usually up the right side. He's dangerous in that way. We'll see if he can make an impact like that tonight.
Ambush with a restart here, favorable just outside the box on the far side. Lucas Almeida, who is not active in the 9-8 win over Milwaukee on Friday, he will be the one to strike or tap. Back to Mo. Mo steps through, fires a left-footed shot / Wallace Scora type play. Bounces away, though, from the Ambush attack. Defense holds again. Anthony Arico sending it long in the Ambush end. It's circulated here by J.P. Reyes. Now chipped over the top by Drew Ruggles. Ambush fighting for it in the air. Mo able to get ahead on it. Duduka brings it out. Surfs it to Lucas Almeida, tapping it through Ruggles here, but the defender from Fayetteville, North Carolina, able to recover. Victor Pereras, the January Offensive Player of the Month in the MASL. Pitch and catch with Ruggles. Knocked into the near side corner. Zach Reggett trying to get it to the middle. Ambush defense able to stifle. Clearance by Yahic, intended for JT Thomas, but the Tropics take control of it once again. 1-0 they lead, 4 gone by. Early strike from Alan Carr. The difference right now, House goes way over the top, bounces it wide of the Ambush net. Gathered by Will Niamsi, active for the first time this weekend. Vadim outside to Almeida, who had a key tying goal against Dallas last weekend to make it 8-8 and force OT. Niamsi uses the footwork to get it into the near corner. Knocks it off the board. House pounces on it. He's in the purple jersey today for Florida.
And really, Niamsi needs to be aware of that double team. He's got to turn around and get that ball loose. Somebody's open like that. You got to examine, ascertain the double team, and attack it in a way that they're just not doing right now.
Florida entry knocked onto their own bench by the Ambush defense. Restart here as Mo gets back onto the field for St. Louis. And Tropics, what a season they have had. One of the best in the MASL. They've done it despite losing their go-to goaltender, Hugo Silva. Visa issues have sidelined him for the rest of the year. A bad bounce, and Florida strikes again. Shot by Ricardo Diegues, and Diegues had to go off the wall right by the post. It hit a sliding Tito Favela and bounced back into the net. Unlucky there, 2-0 Florida leads.
And right off the bat, that's 2 of the names we talked about in the pregame and early here in the broadcast. Alencar was one, Diegues was the other one. People who came in and are going to step in with somebody like Enrique. Enrique gets lost like he has been, and so a huge play for him, and obviously a bad bounce off Tito Favela, but nonetheless an incredibly nice play to set up right there.
Beautiful passing across the top of the box by Florida. These guys are really skilled.
Yes, they are. They're top scoring offense in the league for a reason. Even when they lose somebody, they got multiple people, like we said, stepping in. Diegues, this team was so happy. This fan base was so happy when they traded for him. He was an inaugural Tropic. He got traded to Utica. He helped them kind of establish themselves. Then he came back here midseason to give them this offensive rejuvenation, and already tonight helping put them up 2-0.
Alan Carr at 58 seconds in, and then Diegues at 5:03 in to make it 2-0 Florida. 13-1-1 on the season, 8-1-0 at home. They're 5-0-1 on the road. They've beaten the Ambush in Florida this season. First time these two are meeting here at the Family Arena. St. Louis starting to find its way again after a 6-game losing streak, a couple of W's, both by scores of 9-8. Robbie Christo, a huge part of both against Dallas and Milwaukee, rips a shot, but it's stopped by House. Defense trying to pinball it away. Knocked back by Taylor Walter Bond. Ruggles puts it forward. Bond to receive. Marcel Berry trying to get to him. Robbie Christo able to thwart a pass. Now 3-on-2 for the Ambush. It's Christo with Berry and Duduka outside to Berry, sliding, stopped by House. Second try in the middle. Christo got a piece of it, but the Tropics able to corral. They can't knock it all the way loose. Michaud off the wall. Christo in front just sends it wide. Duduka off the glass. Taken off the chest by Michaud. Shot by Briggs wide, and his second try goes high again. Few opportunities for the Ambush, not able to punch it in.
Lucas Monteleras, number 90, the big name we're going to talk about tonight on defense. He was incredible that possession. Multiple clearances. He got his foot in there a couple times. Obviously, Heiner House playing an incredible game between the pipes already tonight for the Tropics, but Monteleras was huge on that possession right there, and obviously you got to give the Ambush a lot of credit, getting so many attempts. If they keep doing that all night, this is going to be a high-scoring game, and it won't be a 2-0 deficit for long.
Sandoval took it away just beyond the yellow line in the Ambush end, pushes it into the far corner, and a little miniature collision gets a whistle. Favorable for the Ambush. Kyle Williams decided for the foul after bumping Almeida. He goes long looking for Tristan Austin. Poked back by the defense, grabbed by Ricardo Carvalho. He sends it out wide. It's Reyes who hops on to come get it. Reyes trying to center off the feet of Briggs. It bounces into the first row of stands, and we will go to immediate timeout here with 7:40 to go in the first. Florida Tropics leading the St. Louis Ambush 2-0 here at the Family Arena in St. Charles. We'll be back right after this on MASL TV and the Big 550 KTRS. The official match ball of the MASL is designed and produced by Flight. Expertly designed for the indoor game, Flight is the premier partner of choice. Flight, challenge everything. MASL Primetime is the home for the best highlights, interviews, and action from the MASL each week. Catch the latest episode each Wednesday on MASL TV with Alex Bastianowski. St. Louis Ambush Soccer right here on MASL TV and the Big 550 KTRS. Join the ambush once again at the Family Arena March 18th, 7:35 p.m. against the Milwaukee Wave. What a battle that's going to be down the stretch for that final wild card spot, or maybe one of the final 2 wild card spots against the Milwaukee Wave. Ambush have played well against them this season after struggling historically against the Wave. It has been a different story this year. That 9-8 victory against Milwaukee on Friday, one of the most delectable of the season.
That was an incredible game, and we got so lucky to call that game. We've had so many close games tonight. If they want to win tonight, it's probably going to be a close game as well. But how about how lucky the fans are? You get multiple chances to see Ian Bennett, the leading scorer in the league. Every night you come here, you get to see Mo NDI, the 3rd leading scorer in the league. And right now tonight, Florida Tropics, 2nd leading scorer in the league, and Victor Pereira. It's just a treat every night out here with the St. Louis Ambush fans.
And speaking of Ian Bennett, he is a former Florida Tropic as well.
Went in there for a season during COVID and just
he was a player of the year.
Tore things apart, won the MVP, something he's never done in his long-standing career in Milwaukee. How about that? I mean, it just goes to show you how well they have built an offensive scheme here with Clay Roberts across his time here. He's been here since that first year with the Tropics as well. So they've built an offensive scheme here that you can just put in play, and you got a guy like Ian Bennett, he's going to score a lot.
Restart out of the media timeout. A shot by Montelares right into the hands of Tito Favela. He gives it the long launch off the chest of Reyes around midfield. Mo able to gather, goes through Michaud. Florida liked Bennett so much that they went up to visit him last night in Milwaukee, and that was some kind of game. Looked like Milwaukee might win it. Then Florida roared back right at the end, scored with about 90 seconds to go to emerge with a 9-8 victory. That would have been quite an interesting twist in this wild card race if Milwaukee had pulled that out.
Yeah, and if you think about it, it really was the best possible option if you are an Ambush fan, because it was it was a close game. The Tropics kind of got run down a little bit by a really tough Milwaukee squad. They weren't able to rest any of their starters. They had to play absolutely the final
Mo to
whistle.
Marcel at the top of the box, bangs it just inches wide. Mo, who's been such a great distributor this season, almost set up a goal there. He regathers, takes it beyond the gold stripe.
But you run down the Tropics a little bit, and now if you look at the wild card standings, St. Louis has jumped above Milwaukee, and they're actually above Chihuahua for that 7th spot. So really, the absolute best possible outcome for the Ambush last night between the Tropics and the Wave.
Michaud in the back had it tipped away by Diegas. Ruggles tried to secure it at the top of the arc. A couple of guys went spilling. Ruggles wanted a whistle, no call. Michaud tries to send a long pass, slides to get it after it's blocked, and it's sent up and into the Ambush bench by Alencar, one of the 2 goal scorers for this Florida team. 2-0 with 6:10 to go in the first quarter. Ambush on the low side, but that's something that we've seen a little bit from this Ambush team. Sometimes get off to a bit of a sluggish start, and then in that 2nd and 3rd quarter, they are usually able to really get going. Lucas Almeida restart, top of the arc goes to Hulk. Shot blocked. Now it's poked over the top by Almeida toward Briggs. Bounces around to Duca, elevates, trying to head it back inside the box. It's sent away by Florida, but once again it skips onto the Ambush bench before Pereira could get to it. Almeida on the restart. Goes quick, taps it to Corridas. St. Louis and Florida. Good rivalry. Florida has played no other team more than they've played St. Louis since joining the MASL. Familiar foes. JT Thomas historically has done extremely well against this team. Pereira is usually good. For a goal or so against the Ambush on the other side.
18 goals in 18 games played against the Ambush in his career. That's just unbelievable.
Vadim Kochikov wraps one off the wall. House dove out to get a mid on it. Dismissed by the Florida defense. Off the near side wall, Benavir Espinal Trying to turn it toward the middle. Lucas Almeida decided for a foul as Espinal went down. Pereira's on the restart. Tapping back through Sandoval. Knocked around by Pereira's off the far wall. Sprung into the middle. Chad Vandergriff trying to streak onto it. And it's sent out of play by the Ambush defense. Where will they put this? Looks like it's going to the top of the arc. Ambush will have to find a way to get in front of it with 4:59 to go in the first.
Obviously, anytime you have a ball right here at the top of the arc, it's going to be dangerous. Ambush got to watch out here. 3-0 deficit against this offense is hard to look down the barrel of.
Rotating up, Montalera sends it to Ruggles, far corner, centering, and it was tipped by Caritas. The shot from the top of the arc went way high, and we will get a chance to knock it loose. Interesting kind of wheel motion. They brought somebody
I like
from the
motion
side.
there from the Tropics.
It's creative. A lot of times on these restarts, it's just either somebody runs over it or just kind of tapped outside. They got some guys in motion.
That's how you become the top. That's how you're the leading team offensively in the league. You don't just stick with the usual stuff. You throw defenses different looks. You don't give them tape to watch on and lock down on your strategy. That's how you do things. That's how you win. And a real credit to Clay Roberts and what he's built over these last 6 years, obviously culminating to this incredible season.
Ruggles. Regan sends it off the wall through the middle, looking to get to it. Williams popped out by the Ambush defense once again. Last year was San Diego and Florida. Opening round of the playoffs. That was in Kansas City. San Diego won it. Florida, they've never hosted a playoff game in franchise history. Trying to change that. Alan Carr trying to get him back on the board. Centering effort. Tristan Austin got in front. Florida wanted a handball. Out of the danger area here. Florida grab it back toward midfield. Sandoval and pushes outside to Alan Carr. That playoff series last year hosted at a neutral site. Florida, they struggled a little bit. Obviously, it's an expansion franchise. He joined the league. That's to be expected. This has been the best year, really, that they've had. Clay Roberts has gone the long way, built it from the ground up, and he is excited, but I would say he's also cautious about getting ahead of himself. Hot shot to the corner by Diegas. Springing to grab it on a bounce. Tito, talking to him about the great season he's had, he said, hey, we know this could turn on a dime. That's indoor soccer for you.
Yeah, and he understands that. Again, this is everything they've been building up to for 6 years now to get here, including, that COVID season. They were able to bring in Ian Bennett like we talked about. They've been figuring out, they've been getting these tentpole, these blue chip players, and they've just been building around it, and that's been key. Oh, Marcel Berry really just missed a beautiful chance to hit Mo NDI for a through ball.
From the yellow line, was trying to push it outside and should have led him a little more toward the corner.
Yeah, he mishit that one by 40-50%.
He wanted it back. You could tell right away he was frustrated. It's sent by the Ambush defense toward Bobby Cristo, near side corner, back through Jeff Michaud. Hot shot on the ground just wide toward the far post. Florida reclaims with 2.5 to go. No, they don't. Mo NDI gets to it. Mo trying to take over. He rips a shot from the gold stripe, just a little bit wide. Florida struggling to secure. Almeida making that difficult on the far side with Briggs and Mo. And a bit of bumping. A Florida player goes down. And Mo will get cited for his first foul here with 2:19 to go. In quarter one, restart Florida. They've gotten goals from Alan Carr and Diegas. Out to a 2-0 lead. All in all, though, Ambush still holding steady, trying to find that rhythm that didn't really appear for good until the second half offensively against Milwaukee. Ruggles sending outside. Sent through the middle off the Ambush defense, and Almeida will get it loose. Pass was by Carvalho and picked off by the Ambush. Now it's sent into the far corner for Niamsi. Kojakov gets in on the action, banged it off the wall toward the middle. It was handed. Kojakov knew it.
And Kojakov wants a penalty shot. He thinks that was a handball in the box. And
it was right on the line.
Yeah, the officials waving him off immediately and saying it's just outside the box. Lucas Almeida still protesting a little bit about it, so they're not going to get a penalty shot. They are going to get a great chance here from the top of the arc. But, man, they wanted that handball right there in the box.
Good hustle by Kojakov to get in on the action.
Yeah.
It was close. Almeida out to Mo on a restart from the top of the yard.
Montelaris again. That's the third time Montelaris has had a goal-saving, hip, foot, knee to stop the ambush right now. An incredible job right now by 90 on defense.
Rejected by Florida and out of play. Ambush again on the restart. Briggs rips a long shot. Oh, a turnaround from the top of the arc and a bouncing ball. House somehow got a tennis racket on it, slapped it aside. That would have been on the highlight reel, which is already almost full for Mo this year. He has it stolen away here by Montelaris.
He's playing an incredible defensive game. And now look at him rumbling down the field.
Montelaris runs into Briggs finally. Loose change for Pereira. Takes it across the arc. Good save by Tito Favela. Slides toward the near post to get a body on it. It's tapped back to him, and he's able to get it out with the help of Robbie Cristo. 53 seconds left. And the ambush will get whistled for a three-line pass. That was intended for SK off the foot of Cristo. Coming back to the other end. And as Robbie continues to make that transition to the indoor game, that's something that, hey, it can cause a little confusion.
Yeah, you got to get rid of the yellow line out. And good look, though. Credit to SK. It was a great run.
Pereiras fires the restart from the stripe into Niamsi.
Great job by Niamsi knowing where Pereiras is. Huge job by Niamsi getting a foot in there.
Will put on a juggling display before the game for the fans that was about as impressive as anything I've seen this season. I mean, this guy was really working.
He's one of those guys who, defense is such an effort thing. And especially with the man-to-man defense, the ambush run, he's been a guy I think they've really missed because of his effort. It's always 100. He's consistent. He'll get the ball out. Get rid of some of these issues they've had lately in clearing it.
18 seconds. Will SK on a pass from Otto Yahic in the near corner. Drops back to Jeff Michaud. Rocket with the left foot, stoned by House. How good has he been here in the first quarter?
He's been incredible. It helps when the team does shoot the ball directly at you.
5 seconds left here in the first. Niamsi trying to get it forward. Deflects to Yahic. Shot from midfield well wide. And that'll take us to the buzzer after one. Florida leading St. Louis 2-0. You're watching St. Louis Ambush Soccer right here on MASL TV and the Big 550 KTRS. We're back right after this.
Yourself to the fino things in life.
When I owned a small soccer business, I learned firsthand how tough being a small business owner can be. It was difficult keeping up with our accounting and taxes on top of running the business. Struggling to find help, I knew there had to be a better way. At CPAs for Hire, we understand the challenges small business owners face because we've been there. We take a personal approach to understanding your unique accounting, tax, and advisory needs, and customize affordable solutions that will help your business grow. We want to take this stress off your plate so you can focus on what you do best, running your business. Contact CPAs for Hire today to get your business on the right track.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, standings, and in-depth features. Bookmark the page now so you don't miss a note at MASLsoccer.com. St. Louis Ambush Soccer on MASL TV and the Big 550 KTRS. End of one. Ambush trailing 2-0. It's taken some time for this Ambush offense to get going and really start feeling it this season. Though we're down by 2, I actually feel pretty darn good about where we're at in this game.
We've seen some really good attempts, some really good long possessions. Heiner House right now is just standing on his head right now. it's been an incredible job by him. Obviously, when you lose your goalie the way the Tropics have, to have somebody come in and play like this in an away game on a back-to-back, I mean, you can't talk about that enough. Huge game right now for Heiner House. But can the Ambush continue to get these good attempts? That's going to be the big thing. 2 goals, honestly, for this Tropics offense is a good quarter. The question is, can the Ambush offense, the strong part of the team, start getting going?
Reguette going to knock it back for the Tropics. They go left to right here as we start the second quarter. Pass toward the Ambush back line. Headed by J.T. Thomas. It skips out of bounds. Sandoval, who sent it forward, now going to go to the restart. Mo in front of it. It slipped down the near side wall. Kochikov going for a steal. Tropic attacker went down. Kochikov gets the ball. No whistle for a foul, but a whistle going to come out for an injured player here. And we will stop as he is attended to. We want to take a moment to say thank you to all of the great athletic trainers, both here at the Family Arena and across the nation. It is National Athletic Trainers Month, and they were honored before the game, coming out with Ambush players during pregame introductions. That's Reguette, who is down, and he is going to just get to his feet kind of gingerly, limping, but he does appear to be okay.
Reguette, one of the bigger scorers here for the Tropics in a very prolific offense. He's been big for them this season. Obviously, they don't want to lose out on him. 31 points in just 15 games played, 19 in 12. That's the goal assist breakdown. He has been huge for this team the entire season. That'll be big for both teams, obviously, to see if he comes back this game.
Kind of shaking out his right leg as he goes to the bench. And he will be on the bench, not in the tunnel or the locker room, at least for the time being. Barry to Kochikov, sending long here for Mo. Mo turning, trying to center, turned back by Reyes. Mo able to grab once again. Takes it back toward the gold stripe and feeds Caritas. Mo, a couple of assists against Milwaukee. So rare to see him held scoreless. He was not satisfied with his performance. Trying to find the goal once again. Pass bounced through the top of the arc. Not able to secure. Barreras clears downfield. Way out of the net, Favela uses some clever footwork to get it to Barry off the far board. Tristan Austin loose now down the middle of the field. He fires a long shot just wide. Caritas tries to chase down the board. Barreras, clearance, tip. Vadim able to gather. 2 goals he had in the third against Milwaukee really were the difference in the game. Kochikov to Almeida. No look feed. Cross the top to Mo. Couldn't run it down. House came out to tap it away. The scramble for it. Reyes against Mo and Kochikov. They jar it away from him. Vadim rips a shot. Diving save by House. Deflects it to the far corner. Bond gives it a lift toward the penalty boxes. It's off the glass in front of Nate, and Lux spun back forward. Mo was trying to get some turnage after a feed from Briggs. Looked like he was being obstructed and couldn't quite turn. Ambush are going to set it up.
Well, I mean, if he got the call, what's his issue?
Just
outside. It looks like he's actually having a little bit of a disagreement with where he wanted to J.T. Thomas.
Mo just outside the arc there. It's not on the dot, but it's just about the same place. Almeida feeds outside, and Hulk rips it upstairs to Duco. We've seen him score from there a few times this year and just couldn't quite get it the way he wanted. Out of play, Tropics restart. Rolled loose to Ruggles. 13 to go here in this second quarter. Long pass from Ruggles. Fortuitous for the Ambush, ends up in the seats. Niamsi goes back to Tito Favela, youngster who made 1 save in that shootout against Dallas. Gave himself and this team a great birthday gift. Michaud going forward to Duduka. Duduka has it tapped away all the way back through SK. Michaud in support back there with him. Will feed to Jeff. He is from Central Florida and Eastern Florida State College. Played there for a good friend of mine, Oliver 12 Trees. Florida boy through and through. He'll be with us on the Big 550. KTRS at half, trying to get himself a goal. Fed to him across the arc. He was wide open. Great run, but hit it high. Scramble forward on the far side. Ends up with a whistle. Williams got cited for the foul. Duduka tried a quick restart. Ball was out of position. They move it closer to the corner. And Duduka goes up top to Berry. Outside again toward Michaud. A little bit off on the pass to him. Stolen away by Florida. They try to get on the attack. Will Niamsi having none of it. Got in front of Carvalho. Recycled through Favela. Berry. Now Niamsi. Long for Robbie Cristo. Takes a bouncing ball. Tries to leap in the air and re-angle it into the net. House on an easy hop. Able to grab. Florida sending up toward Reget, who is back on the field for the first time since the minor injury. Ambush able to take it away from him.
Big for the Tropics there.
Cristo on the far side trying to heel pass forward. Stomped back to Niamsi. Berry surveys. Easy enough over to Otto Yahic. Kojikov taps outside to Almeida, who springs off the bench. Lucas through ball for Kojikov. Sent back by the defense. Almeida headed it to Austin. Ball still in the air. Now Almeida able to get to it toward that gold line. Stays patient. 5 orange jerseys in front of him. Tries to bang it off the glass back toward Austin. Send it a little bit high. Out of play with 11:15 to go here in the second.
Lucas Almeida trying to pick a spot there. Been a lot of outside attempts here for the ambush. Can't settle for those with the way that Heiner House is playing tonight. You're going to have to get the ball inside the box, get some dangerous looks off some good passing.
St. Louis down 2-0. Both goals were in the first quarter by the Florida Tropics. Yahic bangs it into a Tropics defender from the top of the arc. Florida able to reclaim, and they are off to the races on the far side. Alan Carr sends it across. Vandergriff, his shot stopped by Caritas, who was behind the tender. And Pereira's regathers back at the gold line. Goal saved by Nico Caritas. Last back for St. Louis. Prevents a treble lead. Florida's still in the attacking end here. Just moving around the perimeter. Pereira tries to take it to the corner. Austin, good strong defense. Blenders it away from him. Austin still in on it, trying to get to the ball. Caritas springs to it. Ambush desperately trying to get it out of the defensive zone. Caritas stays with it. Able to putt it in the middle to Almeida. Now put it downfield for him. Caritas had House slide way out of the box and knock it away. What a risky play by Heiner House, but able to get it done. He pokes it forward to Diegas, and wow, that was a trip to the roulette wheel right there.
Every decision that Heiner House has made today has been good. I see no reason why he should start doubting himself now. That was an incredible play by him, but Nico Caritas got to get that ball off the ground a little bit. You had 2 ambush players near or in the box. Got to make a play there.
Mo able to get a takeaway in the defensive end from Williams. Tried to tap forward to SK, and now the ambush. Get it back to midfield. SK comes to get it out of the air. Tap back to Cristo. Briggs with the left foot rolls forward to Mo. Pressured by Ruggles. Got it in the middle for SK. He went down, no whistle. Shoulders shrugging in those teal jerseys. Ambush wanted a call that never materialized. Espinal on the other end. 1-on-2. Briggs and JT Thomas on the defense. More defenders getting back. SK and Michaud take it away. Berry off the bench, receiving a bouncing ball. Mo trying to run onto his header. Has it taken away by the Tropics. They look calm, cool, and collected. Highest scoring team in the league. A great year for them offensively. Again, by their standards today so far, hair quiet, though it took them a little while to get going against Milwaukee last night as well. And that was a late night for them. This is an early afternoon quick shot. Nice save by Favela. It was Rico who sent it on the ground. Tito got mitts on it. Loose in the far corner. Bounces back to Rico. Fires a shot into Michaud. Used the backside to stop that. Rico, this guy's relentless, though. He finds it on the far side. Pressured by Thomas. Recycling back to Reyes. 8:19 left in the second. Reyes quarterbacks over the top. Berry receives it off the wall with his head. Knocks it with the left foot. Picked up by Carvalho. Pressure by Austin. Eased back through Reyes. Florida from midfield. And just surveying, Carvalho off the near side wall around Austin. Finds Reguet at the top of the key, trying to spin against Marcel Berry. Did enough to stop his entry. Reyes bangs a shot from the gold stripe. It goes up and out of play.
Really great double by Tristan Austin there. Noticing that Reguet had kind of his own setup there against Berry. It was going to be one-on-one. One of the best, most prolific point and goal scorers in the entire league against Marcel Berry. You want to try to neutralize that if you can. A great job there by Tristan Austin, doubling on that, making a big play.
We go to the media timeout with 7:48 left in the second. Ambush still trailing 2-0 against the Florida Tropics. Remember, fans, the official practice facility for the Ambush is Veta. Veta has 9 locations in the STL metro area. Check them out at vetasports.com. The Ambush are proud to partner with Club Fitness this season. Club Fitness is locally owned and operated since 1983. We encourage you to lift local and join the club today. Get more information by visiting clubfitness.us. Ambush, just 2 more home games here at the Family Arena. I can't believe it. We've got Milwaukee on the 18th. We've got Kansas City on April 2nd. Ambush still 2 games against Milwaukee overall. Headed up to see them as well as hosting them here. Going to go to Kansas City a couple of times. Not an easy end of the season.
No, I'd say so, Joey.
But we've proven we can beat the Wave. Kansas City, we've proven we can beat them. I feel very optimistic going down the stretch.
It's going to be tough. The one of the things you got to wonder is what's the intensity going to be like for teams like Kansas City that have their season or their seeding into the playoffs kind of wrapped up. They have such a big cushion. I'm not saying those guys are slacking off. I'm saying there's a level of intensity that deadline. There's that level of intensity that comes when you know that haircut's inches away. That razor blade's right there on your season. And so that's the kind of intensity that should be driving the Ambush right now. And the big question is, can it get him through all the rest of the season?
And speaking of those Kansas City Comets, they are down in Allen, Texas, taking on the Dallas Sidekicks. Kansas City with a W would clinch a playoff spot. Right now, Dallas is putting the party on hold. They lead at 5-3 with about 3.5 left in the third. Ambush restarting here out of the back. They're sent over the top by Almeida, looking for Cristo in the far corner. Cristo trying to turn through a few defenders. Boy, he is big and physical. They had to really lumberjack it away from him. And Tropics, though, do get it away. Dieguez receiving on the other end. Puts it to the top. Back outside, Sandoval. Ends up with Dieguez. Tries to thread a little shot through. Just went wide. Grabbed by Caritas. Pressure coming from Alencar. Kojakov trying to help cuticle it out here. Kojakov emerges with it with the help of Cristo. Hot air balloons toward Yahic, but takes a spinning bounce and gets to the fans.
Yeah, bad bounce there for the Ambush. Looked like they had a good chance. Otto Yahic has done a great job finding a hole in the defense and creating some space, but unfortunately the ball kind of just got away from Vadim. But, hey, you got to live to play another day. Those kind of clearances and those kind of things are something we talked about last week and earlier this weekend.
That's a huge point of emphasis for Jeff Locker in this Sunday matchup. Clear the trash and get it out of the defensive end. Take a little pressure off of Tito Favela and this goaltending unit that has been beleaguered all season long.
Yeah, real bummer to get Pollo back for one game and then unfortunately just gets a little dinged up. And he's going to probably just miss this one game, but nonetheless, unfortunate for both him and obviously the Ambush to have so much, pent up, excitement waiting for him to get back and really just get one game out of him before, unfortunately, he gets a little banged up again.
Pollo is in concussion protocol, which is described, his injury is described as a minor concussion. He is expected back for the Milwaukee series, so we think, see him again on March 18th when the Milwaukee Wave. Come join us here at the Family Arena, 7:35 on the 18th. Tickets available at stlambush.com. St. Louis down by a pair here with 5:45 left in the second versus the Florida Tropics. Bond tapping back through Ruggles. Cristo on the pressure from their own end. Florida, the far board. Williams trying to turn against SK, and SK does a great job to catch up to him, and Williams was pulling the jersey a bit there. He's whistled for a foul.
Yeah, Jeff Locker was not too happy about that. He was kind of pulling at his suit coat a little bit to show what he thought about that call, or lack thereof, I should say.
And Williams, he does have 3 fouls now in the half. You go to 4, that's a blue card. He's still on the turf. Comes back to get the ball in the Florida end after a takeaway on the far side. Barry pestering him. He goes through House. Right now he's the star of the game for the Tropics. Sent through the gutter here toward Reggett. Pressured by Niamsi. Florida content just to hold possession. Sandoval pushes it outside. Threaded through now. Gathered by Erico. Reggett receiving at the top of the box on a feed from Sandoval. Now plays it off the wall in the near side corner. Niamsi gets to it. Out toward JT Thomas. He's been excellent against the Tropics in his career. Push outside to Michaud. Back to Thomas at the gold stripe. Drop back toward Michaud. Runs a little bit long at midfield. Ambush trying to get set up. Caritas, Almeida, Thomas, Michaud, and Mo, who gets it at the top of the arc. Looking to turn. He is swarmed. Tropics know exactly who he is. As does everybody in the MASL. Mo, the team leader in points, stifled there. And Tropics on a break on the other end. A head ball from just outside the box was dangerous. Now Reggett turning, and a half bicycle is shot well high. It was headed toward him by Carvalho after a long run from Reggett was initially denied, and Florida puts a little pressure on the counter.
Michaud's got to watch when he chooses to lobby a complaint with the official, because the play was still going. Reggett was able to get completely solo alone position in the box while the Tropics still had possession, because Michaud was still 15 yards away lodging the aforementioned complaint. So he's got to have a little bit presence of mind on that one. Almost was 3-0 there with an easy mistake that they can just avoid.
Almeida going to play it all the way back through Favela. 3.5 to go in the second. Remember, Jeff Michaud does join us on the Big 550 KTRS at halftime. Make sure you stick around for that interview and find out about his experiences growing up in Florida, his experience so far with Ambush, and where he thinks this team will be come mid-April. Briggs to Kojakov. Trying to find a way through. Was bumped by Carvalho. Carvalho, he is not happy at all.
Somebody told him a good joke, it looks like. He's laughing, he's smiling.
Finds it comical. Kojakov on the restart. Kick saved by House. Second chance by Almeida. And once again stopped up and booted loose by Ruggles all the way onto the Ambush defensive end. Wow.
Heiner House is just having the game of his life right now. These are unbelievable reactionary saves by him right now.
Clay Roberts expressed a lot of confidence in him, as well as Brett Petracek taking over for Silva. Silva won a couple of MASL Defender of the Week awards early in the season. He's been so good for the Tropics in his career. Hard to fill that role, but a couple of guys doing a really nice job for this Florida team. Alencar against Briggs. Sent back here through Rico. 2:23 to go in the second. Once again, Kojakov denied. Off the wall, Tropics going to tap it in. It was set up by Alencar, and then they flooded after it right in front of the net. It was initially tapped by Erico, and right at the end, another Tropic was just able to hit it in. I think it was Reggett.
Yes, it was. Started the play by one of the newest Tropics, and Alencar puts it down the right side off the woodwork, the box, I should say, the wall, in the perfect angle. I mean, came off in a perfect angle right to a absolutely sitting Erico, who just made the smart play, tap it to the man with the plan, who's been having goals all season. That is, of course, Reggett. A beautiful goal there by the Tropics, take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, beautiful passing.
God,
Shot was the easiest part into an open net. Yahich trying to grab a long pass here in the Florida box. There's a 3-car pileup trying to get to it. And it looks like they're going to get Yahich for a foul. He ran into Sandoval and House. Officially credited to Reggett. At 12:43, Erico on the feed and the assist. Talking to Jeff Locker before the game, he said, we need to try to hold Florida to just 20 shots in this game. With $1.53 left here in the second, on pace to do that more or less. Florida only has 11 shots. Problem is they've capitalized on 3. Meanwhile, the Ambush have 19 shots and have yet to break through. Ambush had 13 shots in the first, half a dozen more here in the second, trying to get at least another. And Thomas tapping outside. Michaud feeds Niamsi beyond the yellow line. $1.50. Niamsi's shot. Stopped by a Tropics foot. Ends up back with Michaud. Feeds down low toward Yahic, trying to whirl it off the wall into the middle. Didn't get clean contact. Tropics dismiss. Niamsi going to chase this down with just about 70 seconds left here in the second. Ambush in danger of going scoreless to the third. I am searching through my memory bank right now. I don't think that's happened at home this season.
No, it has not.
Let's change it right here.
This
Michaud.
offense is one of the best in the league, the Ambush. So this is a shocking development that this isn't at least something around 3-1 or 3-2. They've done an incredible job defensively, honestly.
When they are clicking, it is hard to stop this Ambush attack. And again, 9 goals against Dallas, 9 against Milwaukee. Latest chance is thwarted. Tropics on the attack. Vandergriff on the near side. Tried to receive a pass from Espinal, 26 seconds. Looks to get it into the near side corner. He's all over Caritas, who took it away, and Vandergriff put hands on his shoulders. Can't do that. Clock stops with 24. Ambush taking it down the near side treadmill. Almeida tapping back. And Caritas pushes outside. Vadim, the dream, a shot. It's tapped wide by the mitts of House, and Kojikov going for the rebound just outside the box. Taken down by the Tropics defense. Quick restart. Ends up across the top of the arc. Shot by Mo wide. 7 seconds. JT Thomas fires one well high from the gold stripe. 6 seconds left here in the second. And it will be a chance to dismiss here for House and this Tropics defense. Will they just squeegee the last of the water off the time dolphin here? Yes, they will. We will go to halftime. Ambush trailing the Florida Tropics by a score of 3-0.
Been a disappointing day for the offense, but you got to give the defense a lot of credit for holding this Tropics team to only 3 goals here in the first half.
Jeff Michaud joins us on KTRS. We're back with more Ambush soccer right after this.
Califino Tequila. Treat yourself to the fino things in life.
Club Fitness knows St. Louis. We live local in our town. We work, we laugh, we give back, we sweat, support, and connect. We work every day to support your fitness goals and our community's needs. We've had your support for 35 years. We will always be there for you. Make a difference in your life and our community. Because lifting local lifts everybody.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Help members access their money anytime, anywhere.
You're telling me that my Together Credit Union checking account has no minimums or monthly fees? And I can get cash for the game with Gary at pretty much any ATM?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Go team!
When I owned a small soccer business, I learned firsthand how tough being a small business owner can be. It was difficult keeping up with our accounting and taxes on top of running the business. Struggling to find help, I knew there had to be a better way. At CPAs for Hire, we understand the challenges small business owners face because we've been there. We take a personal approach to understanding your unique accounting, tax, and advisory needs, and customize affordable solutions that will help your business grow. We want to take this stress off your plate so you can focus on what you do best, running your business. Contact CPAs for Hire today to get your business on the right track.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
The doctors of Signature Orthopedics are committed to providing the most advanced and innovative diagnostic, treatment, and if needed, surgical options available in the entire St. Louis region. With 22 orthopedic surgeons and pain management specialists, board certified in every aspect of orthopedic care, including sports medicine, we have you covered. From foot, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and spine. Contact Signature Orthopedics today.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
The Post Sports Bar and Grill. Use promo code AMBUSH online for a buy one, get one free cheesesteak. The Post Sports Bar and Grill. Stay posted.
Golazo, golazo, golazo.
Herrera! You'll never see a volley of its equal.
Come on.
Check out the best plays of the month from the Major Arena Soccer League.
Mike Ramos! Absolutely sensational!
Frank, boom! That really was a golazo!
Kalou, shot, goal!
Christianeski! Oh, doctor! What a finish!
Laced it. Just laced it in the top shelf.
Turner!
El arquero viene otra vez Miller, el disparo, brazo. ¡Gol!
Left-footed again. That is a highlight saucy of the week.
Trying to chip him from distance. Oh, Margaret! Oh, shot the goal! Just like that!
Oh my goodness. Willie B with a nice save on the rebound.
A man who is better than some of the people out there.
What a finish. That will be an MASL Primetime Goal of the Week candidate for sure.
first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure
love.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on getting it right every time. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Now hiring awesome crew. Apply at workatcanes.com.
My name is Tom White, St. Charles County Youth Soccer Association. I guess my passion is families teaching families about soccer. SCISA is the largest recreational organization in the state. We take the opportunity to build the community within the community and let it be about the soccer and the kids, not about anything else. A positive environment for everybody. If you just want to pass along a soccer passion that you had as a kid, this is the place to be. Yeah, this is the place to be.
Como padre, todos los días son un desafío. Y hay que estar ahí presentes. No importa lo cansado que uno esté, hay que estar ahí presentes para ellos. Cuando los niños aprenden algo nuevo, es ese momento mágico y especial. Y creo que presenciar eso, ese momento es mi favorito.
Daniel's experience with Kickaroos is he loves putting on the jersey every Saturday. He comes out, enjoys being part of the team, playing around with the ball, learning the game from his coaches, and skills that can last him a lifetime.
This is what young kids sports should be like. It should be fun, it should be engaging, it should be positive. And my son Henry, when I tell him today is Thursday, he's like, is tomorrow soccer day? It's like, no, tomorrow's Friday, and then Saturday is soccer day. For a 4-year-old to have that sort of desire to keep doing an activity, it says a lot about the program. I feel like every coach that we've interacted with, they truly enjoy working with the kids. So at the end of the practice, I make it a mission of mine to say thank you and say, hey, how is my kid doing? And they're all like, oh, he's having so much fun and we love having him, and so it's clear that everybody involved really enjoys kids.
I love soccer so much, and just being a part of the game, being able to coach kids and being able to influence them at such a young age in this great sport, it's really something.
Treat yourself to the fino things in life.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. MASL Primetime is the home for the best highlights, interviews, and action from the MASL each week. Catch the latest episode each Wednesday on MASL TV with Alex Bastiovansky. Chill.com is the official CBD brand of the MASL, helping our athletes reach their maximum potential by promoting proper, expedited recovery. Welcome to Club Chill. St. Louis Ambush Soccer right here on MASL TV. The Big 550 KTRS. Halftime at the Family Arena. Ambush trailing the Florida Tropics by a score of 3-0 despite outshooting Florida pretty thoroughly over the course of those first couple of quarters. Ambush got a lot of chances, outshot them 20-11, but find themselves on the wrong end of this 3-0 score.
Yeah, it's going to be disappointing when you're finally able to get those kind of looks, when you're able to outshoot a team. The offensive, strength juggernaut that is the Florida Tropics, very impressive.
Alan Carr got Florida on the board, assisted by Williams at 58 seconds. And then it was Dieguez at 5:03 of the first who was able to poke one in as well for the Florida Tropics to make it a 2-0 lead. Florida, such a high-powered offense. That may be a little bit of a lucky bounce for Dieguez, but they generated a beauty of an opportunity across the top of the arc. No look, little heel kick pass from Vandergriff set it up. Dieguez's shot went off the wall, but ultimately bounced off of Tito Favela and into the back of the net. Officially, it is going to be Enrico who had that pass that got it to him, but it was Vandergriff that set it up. And then an easy goal late in the second quarter, 12:43 mark by Reggett, assisted by Enrico. That was more beautiful passing, and Reggett had an easy job, just hammered it into an open goal.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier when all you got to do is just direct your foot one specific way and then put it in the top shelf. An incredible passing display on really all their goals for Florida. Very good job by them. And really, we haven't been able to see them because they haven't been going in, but some really impressive shot attempts here by the Ambush throughout this game. Unfortunately, Heiner House in that purple jersey standing on his head.
Yeah, he's been incredible, and House has done something that we have not yet seen at the Family Arena, a scoreless half for the St. Louis Ambush. How does this team keep its confidence going into the final 30 minutes?
You have to know that eventually things are going to start breaking away if you get dangerous attempts. The big thing is we might be overreacting to the shot total a little bit much. They have to get better shots than the one they have now. Yeah, they put some incredibly good, tags onto House from 20 yards out, but they got to get better looks. They got to get looks like the Florida Tropics got for that third goal with Reggett, where it's just tap, tap, easy goal into the back of the net. It can't be always things where you got to beat Heiner House one-on-one by picking a spot in the upper 90.
The Ambush have partnered with the Big 550 KTRS this season. They have all home games broadcast live on radio or on the 550 KTRS app. Thank you so much for joining us there, and thank you to Jeff Michaud for joining us as our halftime guest. He is from West Palm Beach, Florida originally. Played all over the state of Florida, played in Orlando on the indoor side, played some college soccer in one of my favorite towns in America, Cocoa Beach, Florida. I've always said, if I had to just start over somewhere with a new driver's license and a fake name, baby, I'm going right to Cocoa Beach, Florida.
That's a good place to start off. What would your name be?
I wouldn't reveal that live here on MASL TV at the Big 550 KTRS.
You have this better plan than you have this better plan than I thought you did. Oh, nicely done.
You got the beach down there. You can see the rockets being launched into space. They have everything out there in beautiful Cocoa Beach, Florida, where we know they are listening in internet, radio, and television land today. Mo about to tap it to start the third quarter. Ambush do control, and we are underway. Mo back to Briggs. Over to Kochikov. He had some bad luck in the first half. Goes long for JT Thomas. Breshier's House got a takeaway from him just outside the box, but the Florida defense able to recover and dismiss it. House played it a little bit outside the box, and JT almost made him pay. Ambush regather in the back. Kochikov once again tapping for Thomas. Moves back to Briggs around midfield. Floated outside to SK. Will. Lateral to Thomas. Bangs it off the wall through the box. Mo was maybe being impeded there by Vandergriff at the top of the box. He shrugs his shoulders. Maybe wanted a call, couldn't get to it.
Obviously, the calls have not been going the Ambush way. They've let it be known, but you can't let it spill over into the regular play on the field. Lobby your complaints when the ball is dead. The ball being live after some questionable calls, in their opinion, have almost cost them goals today.
Briggs played it over the top. Once again looking for Mo. Vandergriff headed it away. JT's cross stifled. Tropics get their first possession here of the second half. Vandergriff, who had that gorgeous pass to set up the first goal, just deposits with Ruggles. And Cristo onto the field, soft pressure. Knocked outside Alan Carr. He's been just phenomenal here today. 6'1", 180 midfielder out of Brazil who has been a key piece for them. Sent forward, Barry goes down trying to get to it. And the Tropics are whistled for a foul. Ambush will have a chance to restart in their own end with a minute and a half gone by here in the third. The latest foul assigned to Diegas. He's trying to get open. Ambush play it long. It's ricocheted out by the Tropics defense.
Good job by Ruggles there to take away that opportunity for Cristo. Ruggles, great hair, great defense all game so far today.
Niamsi from midfield. Easing outside to Barry. Tries to make a move around Monteleras and talk about a great game. He's been wonderful as well. Gets another takeaway. Ambush able to recover with Michaud. Cristo cajoles it back toward Tito. He's able to putt it to Barry. Tito has kept this Ambush team in the game. Goaltending unit, which has had 6 guys as a part of it this year. Once again, limited by injuries. Pollo in the concussion protocol is expected to return for the series against Milwaukee. Paulo, he is out for the season. The Ambush legend had successful ACL surgery, though, January 5th. He's been a big part of this program and was on the bench coaching on Friday against Milwaukee. Duduka trying to back in here. Ran into Monteleras. Beats outside to Michaud over the top. Wanted to Windex it to Cristo. Clever play by Ruggles. Flip it over his own head. And out of the danger area. Grabbed by Niamsi. Sent forward to Almeida. Push to Duduka. Up top. Almeida gets space. Fires a left-footed shot. Mostaza! Just under the bar. Lucas Almeida. Biting him like a Robert Pattinson impersonator at a Twilight Fan Expo! Holy moly, 3-1, Ambush back in it here at the Family Arena!
Lucas Almeida wearing the red armband. He's the captain today. A beautiful job there. Step over play from his right to his left foot. As soon as he shook that Tropic defender, your heart jumped to your throat. You knew something special was about to happen. He swung that left foot pendulum right through. Right middle shot off the bar. A beautiful shot there. Heiner House had a good look at it, but just too much. No space between the bar and the ball there. An incredible shot by Lucas Almeida.
Duduka on the apple. It takes 33 minutes and 5 seconds, but the Ambush on the board with just under 12 to go in the third. A whole new ball game here against the Florida Tropics. Had to get something quick.
He has been so important to this team since he returned from injury, Lucas Almeida. And tonight, no difference there. Wearing that captain armband with an injured Tony Walls, and he stepped up both on and off the field. No doubt about it.
And a shout out here to Ross McGregor, an Ambush alum who earlier in the season on the halftime show told us that when Almeida came back, he would be huge for this team. 3 goals now in 6 games this season for Almeida. And don't forget about Hulk, Duduka. That's a half a dozen assists for him on the year. Ambush trying to get another chance on. Kojakov grabs one on the near side wall, trying to bang it off the wall. Back to Yahic in the corner, but House got just enough of it. Now Yahic able to take it away. Yahic shaking and baking across the arc. It's tapped out to SK. His shot may have hit a hand, but no whistle.
That was a great opportunity there for the Ambush.
By the Ambush again on the far side. Yahic looking to go to work. Taps it back to Austin, not on the same page. Ran a little bit long. Tristan challenges for it. Down went Pereira's trying to get to it. Ambush able to secure it midfield. Caritas eases back through Barry. Mo off the bench. He's setting up at the top of the arc. Marcel finds a bit of space, knocks it off the glass, runs through the box. Run down to the far side by Florida, but Briggs is able to take it away. Michaud tapping. Mo, can he get his turnage here? Mo pushing to Thomas outside. In front of the goalie is Briggs. Barry beyond the yellow line. Give to Michaud. Tries to tap it through the Florida defense, and this time they'll be cited for a handball. Looked like it went off the arm of Pereiras, and he is saying a word or two to the referee and crew, which is led today by Ron Corey Sr. Ambush set up well, just inside the gold stripe, just beyond the arc. Slightly on the far side, 2 on the wall. They'll be walked back a pace or 2 here. Mo is right around the ball. What do you think about it here? Mo Ndiaye, low off the wall in the near side corner. It just bounces into space, grabbed by Pereiras.
They just have not got a single good bounce off the walls yet today, especially down on the other end, right. You know, the back walls on that side of the goalie. They just, whether it's been down on the left or our right, just no luck right now for the Ambush with the ball coming off those boards.
Bad luck all around for Walls, with Tony Walls not active today due to a leg injury. The hero against Dallas a couple of games ago.
You know, you got that leg injury? You got hit into the wall.
And they say the universe is just random particles, right? We know he is hoping that this team can come back and that he'll be back shortly to really help make the push to secure the playoff spot. Ambush down 3-0 with just under 9 left here in the third. Ruggles from midfield goes outside. Carvalho eases it down. Diegas trying to get it into the middle. Vandegrift on the help. Feeds to Carvalho. From the elbow, tries a shot. Rejected by the Ambush defense. Looked like it was Almeida who got in front of that. Now another chance on. Carvalho against Mo with the left foot. This time Mo gets the foot on it, sends it out of bounds, and Mo, he gives him a look and then some. Carvalho stopped by Mo, and Mo let him know.
I think Mo's been a little bit frustrated these last couple games. He just hasn't been able to make the impact that he's so used to. Obviously, third leading scorer in the league and leads this team, and he just hasn't been able to make that offensive impact. Obviously, a game where they only had one goal across 2+ quarters. I can tell why Mo maybe is getting a little frustrated today.
Influences another shot, got in front of it as Alan Carr fired it well high. It's rolled loose by Tito. Not a lot on offensively for Florida here in the third, and you can take that a little bit back to the second as well. Obviously, they got the goal, but the Ambush have done enough to slow him down. SK trying to cross, tap by Hodge. Robbie Christo cleans it up. Ambush back within 1:7:56 left in the third. Oh, Robbie Christo, bring a pterodactyl doll to a reverse taxidermist. Let's get ripped!
What a goal there by Robbie Christo. He's been huge all game. The question for the Ambush today, the ball has just been inches away, whether it's off a bad bounce or just a pass a little bit further away. William Eskett coming down the left flank, gets the ball ahead. They finally get a bounce that breaks just their way. Robbie Christo's able to get toe tips on it to settle it down before he then swings that right foot, puts it right past Heiner House's left side. A great job there by Robbie Christo. He continues to develop and dominate for this Ambush squad. A huge goal there.
We'll be back right after this. The official match ball of the MASL is designed and produced by Flight. Expertly designed for the indoor game, Flight is the premier partner of choice. Flight, challenge everything. St. Louis Ambush Soccer on MASL TV, the Big 550 KTRS. Christo's goal takes us into the media timeout with just under 8 left in the third. Christo cleans it up, set up so well there by SK. How about 15 goals for Robbie Christo in 17 games this season?
He has been so incredible, and again, that is his 7th point in his last 4 games. A couple of those have been goals. He has been huge for this team as of late. He's just really turned his game on, and it's been an effort thing as well as just a finally kind of transversing his outdoor skills to the indoor game. The effort has been there. Johnny on the spot usually happens not just because you're lucky, it's because of hard work, because you're always attacking the goal and being where you need to be, filling your position. Robbie Christo's been doing that more every game, and that's been huge.
And SK also has 15 goals this season. He now also has 5 assists. Said it before, I'll say it again. He's this division's most underrated player. Reget was crashing through on a bouncing ball. He looked like he tipped it over the bar out of play. They'll say, though, that it hit Kojakov. And the referees are awarding a corner here to Florida, much to the chagrin of Mr. Vadim Kojikov.
Yeah, Vadim not too happy. A lot of the stars here on the ambush not getting calls going their way tonight. That's been rough for the ambush. Still, just one goal away from tying this game up. Got to stay calm, play your game.
Reguette from the top on the corner. He hammers one into the corner. And a beautiful low strike off a feed from Anthony Arrico. He makes it a 2-goal lead once again at 4-2, 7:47 left in the third.
Yeah, Reguette, that was a beautiful setup there. Coming off the corner, they had one-man dummy in front. Marcel Berry just inches away. He might have bought into that dummy a little bit. Took him just enough out of his position that Reguette's able to go from left side to the right side of the goal. Tough job there from Tito Flavello, low to his left, almost right perfectly in the corner. Great shot from Reguette. There's a reason he's such a dominant goal scorer.
And we'll talk about Reguette, of course, but talk about Arrico as well. He set up 3 of these 4 goals. Really a very clever passer. Briggs takes a shot in the middle of the field from Arrico, speaking of him. And that'll be his first foul. We'll start a chance here for the ambush. Bounce down toward Almeida. He tries to turn it goalward. Ends up well wide. Bond able to send it loose. For Reguette, it's 20 goals now on the season. Came into play today with 19 plus a dozen assists. And what a year he's had. Thomas in the middle, trying to secure it for the ambush. Tap back to Michaud. He goes down.
And you talk about Arrico, talk about people stepping up. When you lose guys like Enrique, and it looks like Pereira's one of the leading scorers in the league, hasn't really played a lot for the Tropics tonight either. So when you don't have the impact of those players, you got to have people step up. Arrico, 3 assists the entire season, 3 assists tonight.
And Kojikov getting it going on the far side. Kojikov banged it off the board, jars it through the middle. Mo trying to get to it. He was being held, and the whistle does come out.
Yeah, he doesn't like that. Blue card is going to go to number 23, J.P. Reyes, who was clearly holding Mo NDI. He was trying to get away, trying to make something happen there.
No
Great
doubt.
call there. Mo NDI now is going to have the ball on a literal tee.
It's going to be a penalty shot. There's no doubt about it. The whistle was absolutely slightly delayed. Mo looked to it on the replay. You can see there a clear hold. Reyes not happy about it. He goes to the box, and Mo on this penalty kick will have a chance to make it 4-3 with 6:52 to go.
Talk about a chance for Mo to finally get out of the doldrums a little bit here. Get off the schneid.
Mo, penalty kick, it stopped. Hit over the bar by the gloves of House. Mo on the second chance could not get another shot off, and a stunning turn of events.
And you saw it there. You might have been able to hear it too. A scream of anguish there for Mo because the ball just really is not going his way right now. He is clearly frustrated. He's playing hard, but the bounces just aren't going there. His passes aren't off the walls, aren't going to the players he wants. His through passes aren't being finished by the other players. It's just been an unfortunate run right now for Mo NDI. You can tell he's feeling it, but I don't expect him to stop trying.
And House is shaking his hand, trying to get feeling back in it. They pause for injury. Ambush, after a clearance, went into the seats. Will have it at the top of the arc. That was the play, or at least one of them, that really tested Poyo last game on a penalty shot by Bennett. Ambush go down low. Thomas tried to send it through the middle. It was stopped, only cleared partially. Good news, though, is the Ambush do get a power play here, and about $1.45 on it.
And let's circle number 20, J.T. Thomas, because he's the league leader in power play goals. So can the Ambush get the ball onto the foot of the league leader in J.T. Thomas? That's a crucial piece of strategy they have to go for right now.
He's out there with Almeida, Mo, Duduka, and Michaud. Foul by Ruggles at midfield gives the ball back to the Ambush. Almeida touching back through Mo. Michaud. Back to Almeida, just beyond the yellow stripe, giving to Mo. Downstairs, deposits with Thomas, recirculated by Michaud. Mo, long shot, hits off the wall, hits off the back of Duduka. Cleared easily by Florida, grabbed to the back here by Tito. Tap forward to Mo from midfield, about a minute left on the power play. Ambush trailing by 2. Bit past the halfway point of this third quarter. Michaud.
Got to get touches in the box.
Back to Thomas, but well on the outside through the ventilation system.
Mo wasn't ready for that.
Michaud pushed it back to midfield. Tito has to come way out of the box to bail it out. Mo able to secure. And And now he will ease it up. Outside, Michaud from the gold stripe makes some room. His shot tipped, blocked, and dismissed by a sliding house. It bounces all the way to the other end. His counterpart, Tito, with about 20 seconds left on this power play. Gives it to Michaud to Mo up top. Thomas, down low to Duduka. Mo NDI goes cross field, has Almeida there. Final 5 seconds now with a power play. Reyes about to come back. Almeida shot from the outside right into the waiting arms of House. We go back to 5-on-5. Missed opportunity here for the Ambush on their first power play of the game. A missed penalty shot. And now a giveaway. Ruggles from the top of the Ambush arc takes a shot. It's tipped and slips in. Ruggles with his 8th goal of the year to put Florida up 5-2 with 4:40 left here in the third.
And just some of the unfortunate play for the Ambush coming back to haunt them. A bad clearance can't take away the possession. They get a longer possession there for Florida. Ruggles, talented player there, moves from his left to his right, and he's able to get a little bit of a nutmeg on the shot from Lucas Almeida. Kind of redirects it. It looks like a little bit off the inside of his legs, and that kind of throws off Tito Favela. He had a good opportunity at it, but nonetheless a great shot there from Ruggles.
Well, we've got a score update from Allen, Texas. The Dallas Sidekicks have beaten the Kansas City Comets. Final score 8-3. Ricardinho's squad ends up splitting a home-and-home series against the Kansas City Comets. Sidekicks, Comets, most of the season it's been the Comets as the class of the division. My opinion, that's still the case, but the Sidekicks sending a message here late in the season.
Yeah, that's a huge division win, and obviously if you are the Ambush and you've played really well against the Sidekicks, you've played well with the Comets at times this season, it bodes well for you if that's the kind of the level of soccer we're playing at.
Ambush will take on the Kansas City Comets here at the Family Arena April 2nd, a 7 p.m. game against our cross-state rival. Tickets available at stlambush.com. Yahic from midfield, just under 4 left in the third, feeds outside. Kojakov, shot, blocked, knocked down by the feet of Monteleras, sends long. Dieguez running onto a bouncing ball. Cristo tried to close him down, shot high. Carvalho tries to get to it. It's poked back with a head to Tito Favela, and he'll roll outside to SK. Ambush down 3-0 at half. A couple of quick goals by Almeida and Cristo brought the team back within 3-2, and then when the score became 4-2, Ambush had a penalty shot and then a power play. Could not capitalize on either. Suddenly back to a 3-goal deficit after that Ruggles strike on a giveaway in the back. Yahic in the attacking end, feeding Kojakov. He's hammered down, and Vadim looks like he's hurt on this. Rolling around on the turf. He got a pretty clear hit there from Dieguez.
Easy call there on Dieguez. Just kind of came barreling in as Kojakov was trying to handle the ball with his back to him.
He's able to get up, has to get off the field. Almeida from the corner had it blocked initially. Able to get back to a bouncing ball here. Mo at the yellow stripe. He is a little bit off here today. Tried to feed it to Thomas, had it taken away, and then Alan Carr steps by him. Briggs gets back on the defensive side to get in front of a cross. Just not the Mo we're accustomed to seeing. 38 points on the season. He's been the key guy all year, and you can see the signs of frustration gathering for him.
Yeah, it's been a rough time for him. You know, it's not the Mo we are used to seeing. It's not the Mo that he's used to playing as. And you could tell after last game that he was frustrated. No one is more bothered by his play right now than him. You can tell that right now.
Former member of the Baltimore Blast from Cote d'Ivoire. Leads the team in points, 38, goals, 17, and assists. At 21, he is up in the top 3 in points and assists in the league. 5 goals, 3 assists in his last 3 games prior to today. Did not score against Milwaukee on Friday, but did have a couple of assists. Briggs launching long here. This will skip all the way down toward House after Tito and Mo were able to stifle an opportunity in deep for Florida. They hold it in their own end. Tropics will keep away here with about 1:45 left in the third. Reggett juggling the ball on the Ambush yellow line, trying to get by Briggs. A little bit of a bump. Briggs whistled for a foul. The service on the restart goes to Williams. Ruggles gets it back. I'm not sure Reagan thought that was a foul on Briggs. He kind of gave him a little high five of encouragement as if to say, hey, keep going after the call was made.
Yeah, sometimes, plays that just kind of happen, nobody's fault. There's nothing malicious behind it. There's contact. The ref's got to call at the players. If they're playing out there on the yard, stuff like that, you probably just go no call, but this isn't NOM. There are rules.
Reagan off the glass as Matt makes our first Big Lebowski reference of the season.
It took too long. It took too long to get here, Joey.
Only got 2 games left to continue to make the references to that 1998 Coen Brothers classic. Ambush chase it toward House, comes out of the box to try to clear. It's it to Williams. Florida trying to get on the attack. Williams sends it outside, has a man jump off the bench. Centralizing effort tapped away by Briggs. Send the middle by Carvalho. 38 seconds left here in the third. Austin on a break down the near side for the Ambush. Fires a shot off the feet of House. Deflects up and out of play. 33 seconds is where the clock will stop. Ambush, if they can get one here, still can go down as a successful quarter. Get back within 2 after trailing by 3 heading into this third. Yahich to Kojikov. Stolen by Williams.
Great play by Kyle Williams there. Wow.
That was impressive defense right there. A clean strip. And the Tropics from midfield will recycle into the back with Ruggles. He pushes back to House. Send long. Over the head of Carvalho. Kojikov stole it away, wanted to spring Yahich. Send it to the Florida defense instead. House and Reyes, a little pitch and catch. Takeaway by Thomas in the final seconds. 1 second. Oh, he tapped it, juggled it over House, and then volleyed it into the net. And did it go home? Is it in? The clock looked like it may have said 0. The horn does go off. We are waiting for official confirmation here. There was one referee who had the hands up, seeming to signify goal. Thomas didn't strike it cleanly at first, then grabbed it, bounced it into the net. Do they count it and make it 5-3? Referees are talking things over here in the penalty box area. Again, it looked like the clock was at 0, but maybe the horn had not sounded.
Yeah, that's just.
But the clock was at 0. It looked like. Matt, your take.
Yeah, it's unfortunate the way the timing went, but yeah, that's very clearly the clock had hit 000.
And they're waving it off.
JT Thomas has a chance if he gets a clean hit, but no go there.
No goal officially. We'll be back right after this with the fourth on MASL TV and the Big 550 KTRS.
Club Fitness knows St. Louis. We live local in our town. We work, we laugh, we give back, we sweat, support, and connect. We work every day to support your fitness goals and our community's needs. We've had your support for 35 years. We will always be there for you. Make a difference in your life and our community, because lifting local lifts everybody.
The Post Sports Bar and Grill. Use promo code AMBUSH online for a buy one, get one free cheesesteak. The Post Sports Bar and Grill. Stay posted.
Help members access their money anytime, anywhere.
You're telling me that my Together Credit Union checking account has no minimums or monthly fees? And I can get cash for the game with Gary at pretty much any ATM?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Go team!
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, standings, and in-depth features. Bookmark the page now so you don't miss a note at MASLsoccer.com. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. St. Louis Ambush Soccer right here on MASL TV and the Big 550 KTRS. Some excitement and some controversy there at the end of the third. JT Thomas getting a bouncing ball on a takeaway from the Florida Tropics defense. He juggled it over House and then mishit the volley. The clock looked like it went to 0, and then he hit it toward the goal. It bounced in. Again, there might have been a very slight delay between the zeros and the horn. And initially it looked like the goal might have been called good on the field by the referee and crew. Ultimately, though, I think they got the call right. They did wave it off. 5-2 as we start here in the fourth.
Yeah, even if JT Thomas gets a clean hit on it, I'm not sure if he gets it in before we hit 0-0. It would have been very close, but nonetheless, just missing that hit, unfortunately, kind of took it out just time-wise. A really good attempt there. Great job by them playing that heavy attacking style. And that heavy pressure style, I should say, as Tito Favela kind of fumbles the ball there. Just got to keep it up here for 15 straight minutes. Get yourself 3 goals.
And for JT Thomas, the frustration was palpable.
Oh, yeah.
I think that if he gets it on the initial bounce after flicking it across the box over the head of House, I think it would have gone in before it went to zeros. But we will never know. Ambush down by a score of 5-2 here in the fourth. Florida trying to get on the attack. Carvalho sends it off the board through the box. A moment ago, Favela kind of dropped it on a toss-out and then kicked it. Florida, I think, wanted a call maybe based on that one-touch rule for the keeper, but I'm not sure that met the criteria. A couple of them were looking toward the referees. Now Tito.
Yeah, I mean, if the goalie has to have the room to be able to fumble the ball like that and then kick it out of there.
Niamsi trying to get the ambush on the attack, feeding Kojikov outside. Kojikov fights through the defense and swirls it toward the goal line. Kojikov looking to get it through the orange jerseys who were positioned at the top of the arc. He has to dump it back through Mo. Mo trying to get some space. In front of him was Vandegrift, who was kind of waving at him to say, bring it on. This Florida defense, wow, it really has been quite impressive. Cristo trying to juggle it over a defender here. Ended up bumping with Sandoval. Tossed loose by House, the star of the game. Niamsi got to it, poked it to Barry. Barry to the top of the arc. Outside, quick shot, Mostaza! It's Hulk! Ambush back within 2, 13-19. Left in the fourth.
Oh, I think it's safe to call that one a Hulk smash, Joey. I think it's safe to call that one a Hulk smash. What a job there by Daduka, stepping into that one. Slight angle on it. Marcel Berry, good job dragging the defense, giving Daduka the space he needs, and then puts it up high, up top, right off the upper woodwork. Great job there by Daduka, coming in with the left foot for that incredible goal, putting this one just 2 goals away for the Ambush.
And he missed one from that spot earlier in the game.
Yep.
We've seen him set up there all year. Barry with a good feed. 7th goal of the season for Daduka Carvalho, and for Marcel Berry, that's 3 assists on the season. Ambush once again able to strike early here in a quarter to climb back into it. 5-3 as we get under 13. Can the squad get another one quick? Long pass from Caritas, knocked down by Ruggles. It's Pereiras turning with it. He sends it outside to Alencar. Back through Ruggles. Pereiras tap forward toward Reget, and he was battling with SK. Those two got locked up, and Reget, the 6-foot forward out of Kenosha, Wisconsin, whistled for a foul. Michaud will knock it cross field on the restart. Almeida slips it over to JT, trying to set up Caritas. Stolen away by the Tropics defense, but stolen right back by Caritas, and Reget maybe tying him up on the far side. Caritas went down, no whistle. Almeida up top, right-footed laser, stopped by House, able to grab it on a bounce after he could not secure initially. Rolls it out to Ruggles, 12:10 to go here in the fourth. Pushed outside, Tropics on the attack. Yahic trying to stay in front of the ball. Gets back and helps poke it away from Pereiras. He and Thomas scramble for it. Tropics able to get it under control. And it's Bond here at midfield who goes to Montelares. Ruggles sends it forward to Dieguez. Has it, Fred. What a great diving save by Tito. Stones Bond. And it'll be Kochikov on the attack quickly, looking to go outside to Robbie Christo.
Ooh.
Gets stopped initially, and then his volley pass is just out of play.
Inches away from staying in. That would have been a nifty little play there by Vadim Kochikov.
Nice play by Tito on the other end.
I'd say so, yeah.
He celebrated that birthday against Dallas, still only 22 years old. His future as bright as anybody in terms of goaltenders in the MASL. And against this Florida Tropics offense that has struck fear into the hearts of many, Tito has kept the ambush in the game. Within 2 here as we get to about 4 gone by in this third quarter. Mo and Vadim can't keep possession at midfield. From the near side, Sandoval content just to take a little bit of milk out of the time dairy here. Carvalho pressured by Barry, and Carvalho went down. It'll be a foul on Barry. Restart coming for Florida with exactly 11 to go here in the fourth.
Crow down a little bit. Barry came in a little bit, got a lot of the ball, but coming in from the back kind of hurt. You're going to catch the back heel like he clearly did there.
And Carvalho a little bit slow here to get up. From Salvador, Brazil, 6'1", 170 forward. Being checked on by the referee and crew. Again, a shout out to all of our athletic trainers with us on MASL TV, the Big 550 KTRS. It is National Athletic Trainers Month. And thanks to the great staff here at the Ambush, the Family Arena, for keeping these guys healthy and getting them ready to go.
Just the best. Can't do it without him. Thank you so much to everybody out there who contributes, helps out an organization, team, what have you.
Tito in the back, able to secure as Florida couldn't get much going on the restart. Tipped through the middle by Christo to Michaud. Back to Christo down the far side. Christo taps! It's in, baby! It's in! 5-4! 10:37 left in the fourth! Oh, baby! One of the prettiest plays of the year for the Ambush! Michaud! Christo! Let's go!
Kind of an extended give and go, but beautiful soccer. Michaud brings it up after Christo set him up. Then Christo kept his run going down the right side. He opened up, great job there. Michaud then the through pass through 3 Florida Tropic defenders. Then Robbie Christo, not the cleanest goal, didn't blast it past the defender, the goaltender I should say, but all you got to do is get the ball completely across that white line. Scoreboard shows they did just that. 5-4. How about this for the Ambush making this a game?
And the Tropics did have a defender who slid back and tried to take it off the line. He tipped it as well as House. Christo, a couple of goals. And Robbie, we mentioned him in the pregame. 16 goals now in 17 games. Such a difference maker. A beautiful little no-look pass to Michaud.
Great pass to
Michaud
Michaud.
repaid the favor.
Yeah, that kind of, like I said, kind of a 50-yard give and go. Just a beautiful play there. And again, Robbie Christo, we talked about it in the pregame. Can he be a 2-point per game player up from a 1? Can he make that kind of jump? Well, there's 2 goals today. I think it's safe to say he's making that jump. And the pass, too, it wasn't just the fact that he was able to finish or he had a good run. It was the fact that he set up the run with his pass first.
Oh, diving save by Tito on a header by Pereira. And Tito, he knows it's so important to lock things down now. Can't afford to give even a piece of the momentum back. Caritas and SK out of the back. I'll tell you what's really impressive is the guys have a little game they play where they basically have a milk crate in between 2 players, and what they do is they try to volley it off the milk crate like a table tennis game. Thomas ends up going down on the attack. Almeida tries to burst through. Bad clearance. Taken away by Yahic to Almeida. Tried to go to Kochikov. Picked off by the Tropics. In transition here, it's Alan Carr against Tito. And he will flush it home. Got Tito to come out, ran it toward the corner near post, and then hit it into the open net.
Christian Briggs, though, a little bit of a risky play to leave Alan Carr Jr. like that and come out for the hard play, and then Alan Carr Jr. all alone. All you had was a late charging JT Thomas who was finally able to catch up. Beautiful move by Alan Carr Jr. I mean, this is a guy on the USA World Futsal, I should say, team. He's going to be talented with the ball at his foot. He's going to be able to stop and start right there. Rough job by Tito Favela, but also Christian Briggs. He's got to watch that risky kind of hard defensive play that he made there that left Alan Carr Jr. running solo all alone like that.
Well, Alan Carr, wow. He's been good today. A couple of goals as well. Alan Carr has such good feet, and now Barry is down. Collision here, and there's a card that's come out for the Tropics. They will be going to the box after a hit on Barry. A flurry of activity here. And this is Arico for kicking. Christian Briggs was assigned a delayed blue card there for tripping. Tropics did not get a power play because they scored the goal on the sequence, but immediately they put the ambush on the power play. 8:58 to go here in the fourth after Arico kicked Barry. Ambush have to make some out of it here. 0 for 1 today. JT Thomas on a feed from Mo, bangs it off the wall. Daduka tries to clean it up. It's lasered off of the Tropics and out into the seats. Tropics, I think, want this. Maybe they're saying it went off the ambush here. They are not happy about this. It will go down on the outside. They're talking about positioning. It'll be on the outside rather than at the top of the arc. Daduka knocks it back through Mo. Hulk down low. Cristo. Back to Carvalho. Up top, Almeida. Mo! Oh, yeah, baby! How about that finish? Mo NDI! One of the most perfect shots of the season makes it 6-5, 8:31 left in the fourth.
What a huge play there from Moa NDI, not only for him personally, but obviously for the ambush. They set it up here. They're on the power play. They circle it, cycle it back around from lower on the right side up to the upper left, and then a good job there from Almeida. Kind of slow down the defense, pause a little bit, and then just put it right on a tee for Mo NDI. He steps into it. We talk about that right foot being just absolutely powerful, and right there you saw it. Mo NDI celebrating with the fans there in front of the Tropic bench a little bit as well.
Side shelf. Far post with 8:31 to go in the fourth. And yes, Mo and the Tropics are not the best of friends. Mo has had a frustrating game. Set up well there by Almeida. That's 2 assists now for Almeida and for Mo. Again, one of the top points guys in the league. He is up to 18 goals to go along with 21 assists. A timeout for Florida will give everybody a chance to regroup. Back and forth. Ambush take advantage of a power play. Finally, they have to go. What do you think Jeff Locker is telling this team?
He's telling them you got to keep the defense going right now. The offense is starting to come. It was always in there in the first half. They just weren't able to finish as well against an incredible Heiner house. So the question here is, can they keep the defense going? Every time they've gotten a score, every time they brought it a little bit close, the Tropics have been able to get a good attempt and take it back away. It's back to 1 goal. Can the defense lock in and keep it at 1 goal long enough for the Ambush to get one of those impressive opportunities they've been getting throughout the game and tie this thing back up?
St. Louis Ambush Soccer right here on MASL TV and the Big 550 KTRS. Remember, the Ambush are back March 18th, 7:35 on the start against the Milwaukee Wave. Tickets available at stlambush.com. Players will be signing autographs after today's game against the Florida Tropics, autographing the great Sumner 1 posters that have been given away all season long here at the Family Arena. This is the final game for those Sumner 1 posters. The Ambush want that autograph session to be after a win against the Tropics. They restarted out of the timeout, feed it into the far corner. Ambush defense trying to get to it. Reget centering off the hands of Tito, dove out to try to secure. Luckily, Barry is there to take it out of the lobby. Barry giving it to Kochikov on the move. Vadim with the right foot tries to poke it past House on the ground. He goes down to the turf to gather it and keep this from becoming a tie game. Out with it now, Pereiras. On the attack, Tropics. They go into the near side corner. Carvalho tries to jam it into the middle. SK and Co try to get it out. Deflects loose, and it's hammered home by Pereiras. Right at the edge of the box. Another example of the Ambush just not being able to clear the ball defensively. Pereiras makes him pay, makes it 7-5, going into immediate timeout.
I mean, just talk about two things we've talked about all game completely coming back to bite you all on one play for the Ambush. You've been holding back the second leading scorer in the league, Victor Pereiras, from scoring or really being an impact in this game, the level you expect him to. Well, bam, he gets a goal there. And how does he do it? Because you come back again. This problem creeps back up. The fact that they cannot get a clean clearance. We've seen them do a better job of that tonight so far, but then right there in a crucial moment, right, we were just talking about, when the previous stoppage of play, when they have to get a consistent defensive effort to keep this game at 1 goal, immediately, almost the very next possession, long offensive possession for the opponent, bad clearance, goal, two-goal deficit all over again.
And give a little credit to Dieguez there. SK got it right on the corner of the box on the near side. He tried to turn it to the far side and kind of knock it loose after Carvalho started to center it. And Dieguez got just enough of it, kind of redirected toward Pereiras, and Pereiras is able to get his first goal of the evening to send this to a 7-5 score with 7:48 to go in the fourth. Ambush were ready to get right back to it. They were initially heading right back on the field, obviously just had a chance to talk in that Florida timeout, end up regathering around Jeff Locker. They're returning back out of their positions. Now Florida's still talking it over with their head coach, Clay Roberts. And what do you think Clay's message is to his team right now?
It's going to be that your offense knows how to score against this defense. Just keep doing those things, and you're going to keep on down the path to winning this game. This offense knows that they can beat this team right now. This man-to-man defense by the Ambush is playing better than it has, but the Tropics know they have the talent. They just got to get the ball to them. They've done a poor job. Really, the only thing they've done a poor job of is getting the ball onto the foot of Pereiras this game. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more of the big names here. Alencar, Pereiras, Dieguez. These are going to be the guys who put this nail in the coffin for the Tropics if they're going to win this game.
Duduka taps it back. We are moving again out of the media timeout. Michaud goes to SK. Into the middle, tic-tac-toed into the near corner. Thomas to SK, but it's fruitless. Centering effort gobbled by House. Catapulted away. Run down by Dieguez. Again, his tip helped to semi-set up that goal for Pereiras, though Carvalho has officially been given the goal. Pereiras, a lot has been said about him and the great year that he has had. Pereiras, 22 goals now on the season, came into play today with 21 plus 18 assists. Part of an attacking unit that has many believing that Florida is the favorite to win the MASL. Obviously, you have to factor in San Diego. You have to factor in maybe a team or two more. Michaud averts disaster here, takes it away from a charging Alan Carr. Ambush trying to squeeze into that final spot or two in the wild card race. And it was a bit of a boost for this team to get into 7th after that W over Milwaukee. That would be the 4th out of the 5 wild card spots, ahead of Chihuahua by a point, though Chihuahua is a little bit behind in their schedule, so they'll be able to kind of catch up in terms of games played. Ambush trying to upset this Florida team, which played in Milwaukee last night, was almost upset by the Wave. Clearance again not clean here by the Ambush. Sent in by Pereiras off the wall. Ambush able to dismiss partially. Mo wins it on the near side wall. So close yet so far last night for the Wave. Will it be something similar for the Ambush here? Christo forward to Kojakov. He was alone at the top of the arc, turned and fired a shot well high with 5:50 left here in the fourth.
And the question's going to be coming here as we get towards the 5-minute mark. Who's going to get that extra jersey to be that 6th attacker for the Ambush? Down 2 goals here. I think you pull the trigger before, you pull the trigger early rather than late. You got to get that. You got to get those goals to get it close and tie it up.
Collision here at midfield on the restart off the Kojakov miss. Duduka and Kyle Williams, who's played extremely well here today, locked up, and it will be Williams who's cited for the foul. It's going to be
back there.
Giveaway for the Ambush, trying to get on the attack. Cristo gets back against Williams, and it'll be a send loose by Niamsi toward Kojikov. Vadim through a defender's legs, trying to get it to Almeida. Croquet game for Kojikov. Almost gets to pay dirt. Now he feeds Thomas outside. JT fires one high. Hulk on the board, recenters, runs across the box. And it is grabbed here by Diegas. Tries to send it loose. Niamsi steps through. Fires a shot well wide. Trying to get his own rebound with his head. Knocks it to Thomas. His volley wide. Ambush continue to throw teal jerseys toward the Tropics goal. Finally recycled through Tito here, and I wonder if we'll see the extra attacker. SK has the jersey on. 4:37 left in the game. Ambush down 7-5. Stepping out of his own end, Regan able to get to one. Finds a friend down the far side. Centralization ends up just wide of the post. It was pushed there by Carvalho. Regathered by Caritas to Tito. He'll take the timeout, and this is where the Ambush will get that extra attacker on.
Yeah, this is a good time to pull the trigger, I think, for the Ambush. It would have been nice to maybe get that goal from JT Thomas or Hulk down on the other side to make it a one-goal game, maybe hold back to about the 3-minute mark. But, yeah, you clearly, with 4:18 left here, you got to get William SK on, and you got to get a goal here.
Ambush and the Florida Tropics, a timeout with 4:18 to go. Ambush trying to exert maximum pressure and find a way to get back within one at least here in the closing stages of what has been a very exciting second half. If you're just joining us, Ambush for the first time at home this season, down 3-0, held scoreless at half, able to rally, get back within one early in the third, became 4-2, had a key power play they couldn't capitalize on. Tropics re-extended the lead to 5-2. Ambush have continued to fight, though, and have worked their way back into the game at 7-5. Resilience has been there this season for the team. Seems like it's always close here at the Family Arena. Now the question is, can the club take that next step, make it 3 wins in a row, and really become a factor, make a little noise? I do think if they make it into the playoffs, they're going to be dangerous to face. Nobody's going to want to see this Ambush team.
Yeah, as this Ambush team continues to run into form, they really get these schemes going. Everyone gets healthy. They really could be a danger for teams. And really the biggest issue for them right now, they're able to score on teams. They're clearly able to hold down some of the best scoring teams, you know, not let them get too far out of hand here. But the problem is every time they score a goal, they immediately let one up in just about 10, 15, 30 seconds. They're able to play with teams so well, except for those little 30-second moments.
SK, the extra attacker, rolls it out of the box to Mo. There's some pressure from Diegas. Ambush able to break it at midfield. Almeida turns it onto the Tropics side to Duduka. Gets it under control. Deposits with Almeida. The goal is open. SK is positioned right around the midfield stripe. Almeida goes back to him. SK in that pink jersey. Feeding to Mo. Slipped cross field to Almeida. Recirculated to Mo Ndiaye, who's the last scorer for the Ambush on a power play strike. Duduka to SK. Mo from the outside, off the wall, trying to get it through the middle. House dives out and secures. Thinks about catapulting long. Instead, he rolls it loose. 3.5 left in regulation. Just saw the Ambush go to OT and shootout against the Dallas Sidekicks. Then win a 1-goal game against Milwaukee. Almeida took it away from Ruggles at the top of the arc.
Honestly, kind of a smart play by Ruggles.
And Ruggles
Almeida had an Ambush player coming right there perfectly.
Wrestled him to the ground. Now it's Mo who's going to take the strike from just outside the arc. Ruggles was kind of pushing there against Almeida. Almeida took it away.
He had Robbie Cristo just on a tee.
It looked like he was going to set up Cristo, who's got a couple of goals already today. But the foul and stops play. 3:21 left in regulation. Ambush haven't been great on set pieces here today. Could that change? Mo fires it in. House somehow makes the save. A low laser, and he sacrifices the body to make the catch. Rolls it loose. Mo on the defensive end stops the momentum of Pereiras. It does scoot out to Mo. Pass across field to Almeida. No look feed to Cristo. Robbie fights it back toward SK. Member of the refereeing crew went down on the far side. He looks like he's all right. Back to his feet. SK Out to Daduka. 2:49, Ambush on the attack. Just outside the perimeter of the box. SK looking for an angle here. The extra attacker gives to Mo. Just out of his reach. Able to regather off the board. Crossfield, Daduka tries to spin it down toward Almeida. Holt gets back to it after it was stopped by Alan Carr. Back out to Mo. SK up top. Mo again on the outside. Orange jerseys making this difficult here. 2:19. Thomas from the elbow taps outside to Cristo. Back to JT, skipped by his foot. Alan Carr grabs a loose change, fires one toward the empty net downfield. It will be wide. SK unchallenged, goes back to grab it, takes it to midfield. We get under 2 left here in the 4th. Mo slips it to Cristo. Mo now over the top, serves one off the glass, maybe looking for Daduka. Ruggles able to get to it. Ruggles fires a shot. It ends up off the board in the corner, gathered in front by Diegues, and he taps it home. SK got back, looked like he was going to steal it away, and he kind of overran it. Diegues was able to get it under control and slip it into the open net to make it 8-5 with 1:40 left.
Disappointing if you're the Ambush to only have one player back like that. You get a man up like that, especially when it's Diegues like that. Somebody's got to be marking him. Can't let him slip by like that. You know it's going to be way too easy.
And it's tough because Diegues looked like he kind of slightly misplayed it off the board in the corner, kind of overran it, and it just tipped off of SK, but could not secure it. Diegues was happy to claim it and put it on home. Diegues, he is back with the Tropics and came into play today with 5 goals in 3 games. He's been huge for him. Makes it 8-5. Final push now for St. Louis. Cristo up top to JT. Mo tries to run it down to the gold stripe. Bursts through. Shot was tipped, and it ends up well high. Ambush on a corner kick here with 78 seconds left in the 4th. Down by 3. Have to have this. They want a chance for a final gasp. Chipped across the box. SK sends it back toward Almeida. He is stripped, and a couple of Tropics are going to take this right to the open goal. It's Vandegrift who taps it in for his 4th goal of the season in 15 games. 9-5, the Dolly Parton margin here with 67 seconds to go.
And nothing you can do there. Great job by the Tropics. A great steal there for Vandegrift, and then he earned it there with that beautiful steal, picking Lucas Almeida's pocket on that one. He earned it there. Goes off, get yourself a goal there, young man.
Well, Vandegrift, he's been a very passionate presence today for the Tropics early in the game, or earlier really in this half. At one point, saw him kind of waving at the Ambush attack, saying, come on, bring it on. And this Tropics team, they certainly do not lack confidence. They are going to get this victory here today to improve to 14-1-1. Ambush will drop to 7-10-2. Under 50 seconds left in this game. I hate the score, but I actually love the score. I wish it was reversed. I hate the result, but I actually love that Dolly Parton margin. Just gives us a chance to hopefully catch Dolly's attention. Know she is a major indoor soccer fan. And Dolly, we appreciate you listening out there on MASL TV and the Big 550 KTRS here today. Mo from just beyond the gold stripe, who fires a shot that's tipped back by the Tropics defense. Williams grabs it. 16 seconds left. Looked like Mo may have done a little holding there, trying to win it back. Foul on him, and that'll pretty much take us here after the restart to the final buzzer. Matt, your final take on this hard-fought but ultimately tough loss for the Ambush.
You just got to go in there and figure out what went wrong in that first half, because you just can't have a half where you're not able to score any goals. And at one point in this game, when it was 7-5 or 6-5 for a moment, anything else in the first half just would have been the difference.
Ambush fall to the Florida Tropics, final score of 9-5. Players are going to come back to the field after a brief break to sign autographs as part of the Sumner One poster series that's been a major hit here at the Family Arena this season. Good game from Robbie Cristo once again. He's able to score twice. Good game as well from Lucas Almeida. He picked up a goal and an assist. DeDuca had a goal and an assist. Ambush were able to outshoot Florida by a final score of 34-21, but again, falling 9-5, down 3-0 at half, ended up allowing 2 goals in the third, 4 in the fourth, scored twice in the second, scored 3 times in the fourth, scored 2 times in the third, and then 3 times in the fourth, but just too little too late as the fellas from Florida were able to hold them off and ultimately emerge with another victory to close out their long road swing to Milwaukee and St. Louis. Angela Sharp is down on the field here for us. She's about to talk with our stars of the game. Our post-game portion brought to us by American Family Insurance, their all-star of the game. Also an important piece here at the Family Arena. Check it out on Twitter. Ambush proud to partner with American Family Insurance for the all-star of the game. And that is brought to us by Chris Tiger. And that will be Nico Caritas here today after Vadim Kojakov was our American Family Insurance All-Star of the game. On Friday, Angela Sharp down there with a member of the Florida Tropics. It's Zach Reggett with Angela down on the turf here at the Family Arena. It's a pleasure to hear from Angela and a star from the Tropics and the Ambush. Angela, go ahead and take it away.
Your face here in a different color, Zach. All right, I got to ask you about this game. Now, the score doesn't really reflect how close this game was back and forth. So what is something that your team did just excellent that you're really proud of them today?
I think we were pretty beat up from yesterday. It was a quick turnaround. I think we relied on each other a lot more this game, a lot less individual. Sometimes we get into our own zones, and when we play collectively together, it's really hard to beat us. So we're just trying to find a consistency so that when March is over and playoff starts, we're ready to roll.
Yeah, you guys already clinched that playoff spot, correct? Are you kind of already planning ahead for those? Are you kind of counting each of these games leading up to that?
It definitely was a goal for us to clinch playoffs, but we have a little bit of a bigger picture. We're trying to stay foot on the throttle, win regular season like we have been, and finally get over that hump in playoffs. We'd love to have a home playoff game. We haven't had that yet. So we're just going to keep going, keep pushing, try to stay consistent, go the course one game at a time. So it's big for us to clinch playoffs, but we're trying to win it. So.
Now, I love seeing you, but I don't really like seeing you in orange so much. So you got to say something about these Ambush fans, because I did hear some of them, although they're heavily, oh my, well, I've got more friends today. Oh, that was it. I thought he was going to stay. Is that just normal behavior?
It's best he just does that. Right?
Okay. It's best he just does that. I have to ask you, though, about these Ambush fans, because they've been cheering for the Ambush hard, but I did hear every once in a while they were also cheering for you a little bit individually.
Yeah, these guys are the best. My rookie year when I was here, they embraced me immediately. This fan base is awesome. There's always a good amount, and they're very loud always. It can be a few or a lot. You're always going to get it from. So I love playing here. Yeah, the fans are amazing. The atmosphere is amazing. Every game, I love it. I wish we played here more. So.
Well, thank you so much. It was nice to see you again. Not in the orange though.
Zach Reggett joining Angela down on the field. Zach won the 2018 MASL Rookie of the Year award while playing with the Ambush. Zach has continued his solid MASL career with Florida. Angela now with DeDuca.
All right, I got a couple of our Ambush guys down here, DeDuca and Almeida down here. All right, so again, like I said to Zach, the score does not reflect how close this game was. What is something that you guys were doing excellent tonight?
Que é uma coisa que a gente pode estar trabalhando hoje.
O jogo foi muito igual até o final. No final eles abriram placar maior, mas o jogo foi muito igual, foi decidido nos detalhes.
Said it was a very close game. We were until the end with them until we made some silly mistakes and gave the game away at the end.
Well, let's talk about a few of those mistakes. What is something you guys are going to work on from this game? Because like I said, it was a very close game. You wouldn't have known by looking at the score how close it was.
Continuous movement off the ball. We need to move more off the ball and show for and play quick, short passes. So we work on it and get better for next game.
All right, and let's talk about, of course, like we always do, these ambush fans. Taduka, what do you think of these ambush fans? I know that you're one of their favorites. What do they think of that?
Os fãs sempre presentes aí nos momentos bons e ruins. E a gente conta sempre com a força deles e hoje, mais uma vez, compareceram em massa. E a gente fica muito feliz pela presença deles.
Said he loved the fans. The fans has been with us through thick and thin. We really appreciate, we feel the support, and we hope they keep coming back.
Love to hear that. And Lucas, you have made an impact being back in the lineup. You were missing for a little while. You've been back. You got that first goal right off the bat. Is this something that you're just excited to be back in action again?
Yes, very blessed to be back. Looking forward to keep growing and get into game shape again because I missed a lot.
All right, well, we're happy to have you both here, and I know we'll be signing autographs later. You guys ready for that, right?
Yes, we're born ready. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, guys.
Angela Sharp with Taduka Carvalho, also joined by Lucas Almeida. Thanks to them, and thanks again to Zach Reggett, the Rookie of the Year with the Ambush in 2018. Always good to hear from the guys right after a game, and again, the Ambush will come back out to sign those great Sumner 1 posters here with the fans in just a couple of minutes. Reggett had 2 goals, Dieguez had 2 goals, Alan Carr had 2 goals to lead the way for Florida. Robbie Christo scored twice for the Ambush. Taduka had a goal and an assist, as did Lucas Almeida. Overall, Ambush played well in the second half. Just wish they had been able to get going offensively in the first.
Yeah, it would have been such a huge thing. I mean, you talk about the momentum of the game and getting things going. The fact they were able to get 5 goals in the second after going scoreless in the first, you have to give them a lot of credit. Unfortunately, the defense also let up 6 goals while you scored 5 and only let up 3 there in the first half. So the balance just kind of got a little bit away from you. Unfortunately, that's been the big thing for the Ambush. They've had so many good moments. They've had so many good stretches of play, both offensively and defense. The question is, can they put it together for a full 60 minutes against a good team like the Tropics?
Ambush returned to action right here at home Friday, March 18th, 7:35 p.m. Central. Tickets available at stlambush.com. That's part of a March 18th, March 20th series against the Milwaukee Wave. Club goes to Milwaukee on the 20th. After that, it's 3 straight games against Kansas City on the 26th, the 2nd, and the 3rd. The one on April 2nd will be right here at the Family Arena. Ambush trying to make a playoff push. Make sure you're with us out here in St. Charles. And if you can, make sure you're with us on MASL TV and the Big 550 KTRS.